So if you're thinking about moving to Land's End on Emerald Isle, North Carolina, then that's exactly where I'm about to go. To get to Land's End, as you're coming over the Emerald Isle Bridge, you would take the first right at the stoplight and go down about 1.5 miles, and Land's End is on your left. It's a gated community with about 379 properties. The turnover rate is about 5%. So you should see in a year about 18 properties come up for sale in Land's End. And the average price is 1.24 million. The average days on market is about 65 days. Some are taking a little bit longer, and then some are only lasting a day or two or even a week. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Emerald Isle, North Carolina, then subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current real estate market in Emerald Isle, North Carolina. My name is Walt O'Berry with Real, and I get calls from folks just like you every day. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is below in the description box. I'd be happy to help you make a smooth move to Emerald Isle, North Carolina. I'm almost at the Clubhouse for Land's End, which sits right on the beach. It offers a big pool with sun loungers, chairs. There's a fountain there in the background. The Clubhouse, you can have events there if you live here, birthdays, anniversaries, what have you. I've actually been to a few parties here. A lot of folks choose to drive golf carts because this neighborhood's fairly large. So if you live at the front of the neighborhood, it's kind of a long walk. So you're definitely gonna want to have a golf cart, especially in the summer when it's really hot. But yeah, let's go and check out the pool and the Clubhouse. All right, so this is the outside area for the Clubhouse, and it's actually locked right now, but there's a good amount of space inside. As you can see, so guests could be in there, or they could sit out here if it's really nice. If you're having like a party or an event here. So it can kind of be like an inside out party. And then there's the pool there with the sun loungers. Got some a bathhouse over there as well. Let's go take a look at the beach. As you come off the beach, there's a shower rinse area there. And if you're a surfer, Land's End has always had a really good surf break right out front here. It's just always consistent. So if you like to surf, it's a good place to be. They have flags flying just to kind of let you know how the rip currents are for the day, which is really nice. So if it's blowing a red flag, then you definitely don't want to get in the water. Usually the waves are good when the flag's red, but you know, for swimming and things like that. But yeah, real nice beach access. And the only people here are going to be folks that live in Land's End. So it's usually not super packed. At the front of the neighborhood, there's a lot of tree cover. So even like in the middle of the day, like it is right now, there's a lot of shade, lots of character with all the trees. The average price per square foot in Land's End is $419 per square foot. Since it's beachside, a lot of the homes that are closer to the beach command a much higher price. As I said earlier in this video, the average price in this neighborhood for homes that have sold is $1.24 million. All the homes in Land's End are on septic. So they have their own individual septic tanks. It's not on like a community system or anything like that. The water supply for Land's End is Bone Banks Water in Emerald Isle. And the utilities are provided by Carteret Craven Electric. Trying to see if I could spot some deer. They're probably like hunkered down since it's so hot, but there's definitely a lot of deer in Land's End. The other day I was looking around and there was actually one inside someone's fence. I guess it had jumped over the fence into the yard. It looked like they had a pet deer. There's another beach access here to the neighborhood. The tennis courts are actually at the front of the neighborhood. So when you're leaving the neighborhood on the right, but they have some really nice tennis courts. I forgot to mention while I was in the neighborhood that each home has its own mailbox. So there's not like a cluster of mailboxes that you have to like drive to get your mail. So your mail's brought right to your house. Land's End is pretty much close to everything. It's 1.5 miles down Coast Guard Road. At the end of Coast Guard Road, you have Gaffers. So you're about 1.5 miles from Gaffers, which is a great local restaurant that used to be on Ocracoke, but they moved over to Emerald Isle, which is great for folks that live on Emerald Isle. And there's 2 grocery stores on Emerald Isle. You got the Food Lion, and then you have Publix. I did hear that there's a new grocery store. It's like Jordan Watson from the Carolina Home and Garden crowd started it. I think it's like Vogue Grocery or something like that, and it's on the road that the pier is on. If you live in Land's End, the pier is only a few miles away. Everything's actually really close in Emerald Isle. So if you have kids, you can take the kids to the Salty Pirate Water Park, which is just a few miles up the road. There's several, as we call them, watering holes or beer joints. You have the Growler. You have, actually, I don't know anymore. I don't drink. So the only beer joint I know of is the Growler, which is actually really busy right now. I did hear that Emerald Isle is going to get a Kilwins. It's like ice cream and chocolate and things like that. And it's going to be going in the old El Zarape building there, which is going to be awesome. Well, that's it. I hope you found this helpful. And if you're moving to Land's End and Emerald Isle, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you. Have a good one.